Welcome to Economics Made Easy. Today, I'll tell you the story of the pencil. People like us who live in cities often admire nature. Whenever we see the beauty of nature, we marvel at it, feeling awe and wonder, thinking how amazing and magnificent it is. Yet, when it comes to our everyday life, we often find it mundane and lackluster. But in reality, nature hasn't changed much. It was the same 500 years ago, 5,000 years ago, and maybe even 50,000 years ago. But human society? It's filled with wonders and complexities, though we might not always notice them. Let me show you what I mean by taking a simple pencil that we all have around. Look at it. It seems simple: a wooden shaft with a lead inside, an iron band at the top, and an eraser attached. But the story of this simple pencil is anything but simple. It's fascinating and full of wonder. First, its raw materials are incredibly complex. The wood used for the shaft is not just any wood. It's specially sourced from a tree called cedar. The paint isn't just one layer. It's 6 layers, and the paint itself is made from castor oil. If we go deeper into it, this paint contains even more complex elements that I can't quite explain. The graphite inside the pencil, for example, is mixed with clay and wax. Even the iron band on top, which is likely made of brass, though I am not sure if modern technology still uses brass, has its own intricacies. And the eraser? It's red and is dyed with cadmium sulfide. Why cadmium sulfide? I honestly don't know. In short, the materials used in making a pencil are extremely complex, and they come from all corners of the world. What's more, the process of making it is equally complex. Just think about it. How many people are involved in making this one pencil? 50? 100? 1,000? No, it's far more than that. It's thousands, tens of thousands, even millions of people. To make the wooden shaft, we need to cut down trees. To cut trees, we need steel. To make steel, we need to refine iron ore. To refine iron ore, we need miners, and miners need food. These workers also need coffee to keep going, and coffee needs to be shipped. For shipping, we need ships, which require shipbuilders. For long voyages, we need precise clocks to navigate. And this involves many, many people working over generations all around the world. So, how is a pencil so magical? What's the deeper meaning behind it? There's not a single person who knows all the knowledge required to make a pencil. How do you make a pencil? All this knowledge is scattered. It never could be concentrated in one person's mind. No one person knows how to make a pencil, yet a pencil exists. That's the first magic. Everyone involved in making the pencil doesn't even know that their efforts will result in the creation of a pencil. Each person is only focused on their part of the process. Some may have no idea what a pencil is, and some may not even need one. But their work collectively brings the pencil into existence. The people making the pencil come from different corners of the world. They don't know each other. They speak different languages, follow different religions, and may not even understand each other. Sometimes they even have conflicts or hold grudges, but none of this matters. They still manage to work together across time and space to create the pencil. What's even more astonishing is that, despite the efforts of thousands of people, spanning generations, when we buy a pencil, the price is ridiculously low. I can earn enough from a few minutes of teaching to buy a pencil. Now, imagine if I told thousands of people, "Give me 2 minutes of your time, and I'll get you to make a pencil." They'd laugh at me. It's impossible. But in reality, that's exactly what happens. With just a few minutes of work, I can buy a pencil made by the combined efforts of millions of people over generations. How incredible is that? Look at nature. Can anything like that happen there? No, it's impossible. So, what forces allow this miraculous thing to happen? It's the market. It is that platform that allows thousands of strangers to coordinate their work and make something as simple as a pencil possible. Professor Joe Kyron from Peking University once told a story. He said that, when he was young, he spent 10 years hunting in the Wandan Mountains with his master. The two of them lived in the mountains, had nothing, and had to rely on their own skills for everything. His master was incredibly skilled and resourceful. He could make soap, and he could even make bullets. But despite being so talented, his master was very poor. His clothes were patched and repatched, and life was very difficult. When Joe compared this to the life of city dwellers, he noticed that the city people were much less skilled than his master, knowing far fewer things, but they lived much better lives. I like to use the example of a tiger. I've always liked tigers, and when I was young, I loved visiting the zoo to watch them. I thought tigers were amazing sharp claws, fast runners, good climbers, and they could swim too. They can see during the day and at night. But despite being so powerful, the tiger lives in poverty. It owns nothing, has no possessions, and is a solitary creature with nothing but a bare den. Humans, even though they may be far less capable than tigers, live much richer lives. Even a beggar on the street has possessions, and relies heavily on public infrastructure. So why are humans so much wealthier than tigers? What caused this disparity? It's the result of division of labor and cooperation, and ultimately, it's the market that makes it all possible. The story of the magical pencil was turned into a short essay by Leonard E. titled I, Pencil, which was published in 1958. I've always loved this essay, and later, a Chinese scholar named Q Feng translated it into Chinese. When I went to the U.S. for my studies and bought my first car, I noticed that car plates could be customized. They were called vanity plates or personalized plates. So I decided to change my plate to I, Pencil. Not everyone knows this essay, though. For instance, my landlord didn't know it. When she saw my plate, she said, "Why did you change your plate to one pencil?" Actually, it wasn't one. It was I. But economists know about this essay. A good economist, seeing that plate, would immediately understand that there's another economist in the car. A simple pencil is a product of knowledge and effort that no one person could ever fully master. It requires the cooperation of thousands, even millions, of people. These people don't know each other. They may even dislike each other or have conflicts. But that doesn't stop them from working together to produce a pencil. And when the pencil is made, we only have to pay a tiny price to acquire it. This magical story happens because the market mechanism coordinates people's labor and cooperation. This is Economics Made Easy, where we give you authentic economic thinking